Welcome to Campus Greenprint. Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge that this podcast is being recorded on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Musqueam people. The Musqueam have long since inhabited these lands, and I think, especially when talking about sustainability, there is so much we can learn from the Musqueam and the knowledge they possess on how to live in harmony with these lands and protect its natural resources and rich biodiversity. In this podcast, we will be learning from our very own UBC students. Join me, your host Umamah Mokarram, as we sit these students down and get to know a little bit more about the various environmental movements they are putting on at campus to make our community greener. Stay tuned. Welcome back, or if it's your first time here, to episode 8 of Campus Greenprint. I am your host, Umamah Mokarram, and today I'm joined by Maya from UBC Climate Hub. So I'm going to pass the torch to Maya right away. Could you introduce yourself to the audience? Name, faculty, year level, major.
Hi, I'm Maya Fong. I'm in the Faculty of Forestry, studying natural resources conservation. It's currently my last term, so I'll be graduating in May. And I'm super excited to be here.
Awesome. Oh, so you're also graduating? I'm also graduating this year.
Nice.
How long have you been at UBC? Has it been 4 years or more?
6 years.
Okay, me too. It's about time we both get out, you know?
Yeah, I've been meeting people here, and they're like, oh, I'm first year, second year. And they're like, what year are you in? I'm 6th year. And then they have like this shocked expression.
6 is the new 4, is what I like to say, right? Yeah. So let's get right into it. Actually, let's talk first about your personal sustainability journey. Did you, because also Faculty of Forestry, a lot of people who joined that department, I remember even a friend of mine who used to be a part of Common Energy, my club, they like the sustainability field, right? Yeah. So did your interest in sustainability lead you to choose your degree, kind of?
It took a long time for me to get there. When I was younger, I know my grandma kind of instilled in me this sustainable person. So, recycling, no food waste, composting. So small stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I went into psych my first year.
You started off in psych. Okay.
I didn't really enjoy it. It was kind of boring listening to lectures. My dad actually told me to join this elective Cons 127, which is like introductory GIS course.
Okay.
So that kind of got me into forestry. I was like, this is so cool. It was observing Earth from outer space with this really cool prof. He has so many awards and stuff. Works for it's like NASA but for Canada.
I feel like I know who you're talking about. No, because literally for Climate Emergency Week, this happened just this past February. There was a professor from the field of I don't know if your professor was from the field of astronomy or astrophysics, but he was talking about observing Earth from outer space. And do you observe the climate patterns? Are you able to do that from outer space?
Yeah,
cool.
You can measure the distance of the ground from space, so measuring forest and how tall the trees are, stuff like that. His name is Nicholas Kloops. His course was super cool, got me into forestry. And then I took this mandatory class called is climate change, and it was super interesting because it was using different media styles to share the knowledge of climate change and how important it is. That was with Fernanda, and that was what got me into climate change and sustainability.
Oh, cool. And what led you to particularly, because you've been with the Climate Hub, and for our guests out there, this is kind of a special episode because Maya is actually a work learner with the Climate Hub. So she gets, unlike many of us, my work with Common Energy, for instance, it is volunteer run, but it's also nice to know that there are funding and opportunities, paid opportunities, right, for students to do sustainability work on campus. So how did you find out about the Climate Hub in particular?
I went on the UBC Careers page. I saw it. It was a summer work learn, which is something I needed to work. So I signed up for that, and then they kept extending me. I've been there for almost 3 years now.
Nice, okay.
It's been pretty great.
So I'm assuming you enjoy it. Yeah, sticking around for 3 years. How many hours on average do you work?
Around 10 hours a week. So they really focus on your well-being and making sure you're supported while you're doing school and work. school's priority. So if you have a really busy week, 1 week, they'll be like, okay, just take this week off. You can move your hours a different time. So yeah, they're very supportive.
That's good. Yeah, that's good to have that flexibility. When it comes to the Climate Hub as an entity in particular, do you know the founding year or how it kind of started?
It started with a group of students. So basically they started like a club, and then they ended up getting funding by like the president gives out funding. So that's how it came to be. But unfortunately, Climate Hub will be closing its doors in April.
Officially, because I heard they were closing last year, but then they didn't close. So
yeah, we tried to fight really hard to get more funding from the president. But then they said, you will get 1 more year of funding, and then that's it. So
no, Maya, oh my god. Okay, because for folks who might not know, being part of the sustainability community at UBC, I've heard about the Climate Hub funding situation for a while now. But I was really happy that, because I thought they were closing down last year or 2 years ago, but you stayed on. But it's official, you're actually closing down this April?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
My boss, she decided to give up her position to help the students get paid. So that's why she left in December. I mean, we're closing anyway, so she needed to find a new position. But it's sad that she had to sacrifice that for us to get funding. And I think this just shows
that even like the funding opportunities on campus for sustainability work does need more work, right?
Yeah,
it does need more
Climate
efforts.
Hub is different than Sustainability Hub.
Yeah.
It's more climate driven.
Yeah.
Where Sustainability Hub it's a bigger field, and it's like different little things where it's sustainability on campus, where it's recycling, stuff like that. I know they do dabble in a bit of climate stuff, but it's because they were partnering with us.
Oh, okay. So that's a good place to start. So there's many groups and bodies on campus doing sustainability work. So there's Climate Hub, which Maya is representing, and let's make it a good representation, Maya, because like that just broke my heart a little bit to hear that these are going to be closing. There's like student groups like Common Energy, and the other groups I've interviewed throughout the podcast. It's a 10-episode series. As I mentioned, you're episode 8, right? So the folks listening can hear a little bit that about the student-led work being done. And there's the Sustainability Hub, right? Which you mentioned is actually different from the Climate Hub. So what exactly is Climate Hub, and how did the work that you do kind of set you apart from the different other bodies on campus?
The project I'm in charge of is called Climate Asset Map, where we make a visual map of all the different climate change projects, groups, and people on campus. And it's something that hasn't been done yet. So that is pretty cool. I know that sustainability has one, but just sustainability focused stuff. And it's more for faculty, staff.
Faculty projects as well.
Yeah, it's not
cool.
student driven.
Okay.
So mine is student driven with the focus of students using this map to look at different projects or groups that they want to join, or if they want to do their masters and want to find a prof to work with, then this gives them information. I think it's an easier way to find information because it's all in one place. They can see the different projects that they lead, just know different stuff about the prof.
That's cool. Yeah, that's actually how I heard of Maya. She reached out through Katarina to my group, if we wanted to be a part of the map. And the map launched, I saw on Instagram. Yes.
Yeah, finally launched.
How many years or how many months did you put in working on it?
It started before I came here.
Oh, okay.
So I got hired to help with revamping it and making it more the vision that the original founder wanted.
Cool.
So that was a really cool project to be part of. There's so many people that helped along the way, and so I did basically the final push, but there's just so many people a part of it that I can't take like full credit.
Yeah. Well, what would you say was the most challenging part about pushing the map live?
I wanted to get as much accurate information and make everyone happy.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult.
That's not make everyone happy is a big statement. Yes, yeah.
It's very hard to do that. As meeting with different profs and groups, and everyone wanted something what they wanted on the map.
Mhm.
So we have tags,
Mhm.
just hashtags to make it easier to find things. And they wanted to curate their own set of tags.
Oh,
But if I
okay.
did that for everyone,
For everyone, that'd be so time
yeah.
consuming,
So
right?
that
Yeah.
was the most difficult part, making a group of tags that satisfied everyone's needs.
Yeah. So you actually, through your work on this map, you met a lot of people involved in climate change and climate action on campus, right? What would you say is the most valuable insights you gained from talking with all of these different people?
Seeing their hope for their future.
Mm-hmm.
I know being in this field can be very depressing because you hear about, oh, we have to be at 1.5 degrees and we're at like 2. It doesn't feel hopeful for us, but I think to be in this field, you need to have that hope.
Yeah.
You can't be negative and depressed about this, or else no change is going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I really admired from the people I was talking to. Everyone just wanted to make a difference, whether it's small or big. So,
yeah. Outside of the climate asset map, because I see that Climate Hub also supports other initiatives and these other initiatives on campus, right? I think, did you guys do something for SDG Week recently, or was it? Yeah. So what are some other initiatives the Climate Hub has put on?
We do youth workshops to try and spread the word with the youth. We partner a lot with Sustainability Hub, Campus and Community Planning to support theirs. So there's other workshops that we do. There's YCAP, which is the youth one. I think we also do something where we go to schools or something like that.
Oh, okay. For like workshops or speeches and such. Cool. Yeah. Throughout the group, there's how many work learns would you say there were? Or there are currently?
There's 5.
5, okay. And everyone else would be faculty?
There's like 2 faculty.
2 faculty. So it is a smaller group of people, right? Okay, cool. And it started off as a... Do you know what year it went from being a club to like an actual like funded institution?
I'm not sure, but it was like in the 2000s.
Before your time, right? At UBC, yeah. That's nice. But with the hub closing, what does that mean for, I mean, you're graduating, right? But for students wanting to like get involved in the climate action or climate driven work, what would you recommend? Or what is kind of like the legacy you'd say Climate Hub has left?
It shows that a club can go from being a club where it's like volunteer work to getting funding from UBC and trying to pave that way to becoming something like a sustainability hub.
Yeah.
It just shows that something small can turn into like big action. So join a club, see what you like, and then you just grow from there. Reach out to as many people as you can, whether it's faculty, profs. You can reach out to Sustainability Hub because they give out grants too to help
for like sustainability projects and things like that. Yeah. It's cool. What has been your favorite part of working with the hub?
I think meeting
the people. Yes. Yeah.
You just get to see different views. I know, like I ask questions about work, but then I also ask more personal questions. So I can learn about how they got to where they are and what I can do to make a more positive impact.
Nice, yeah. In terms of what you've gained from a like technical perspective of your knowledge about sustainability, right? What would that be, would you say, that you wouldn't have been able to gain just from simply sitting in your classes?
Yeah, classes is all theory. It can get really boring.
Application maybe, right? Yes, yeah. When you actually take what you learn in classes and apply it through like extracurricular work,
Yes, that's what happened here. I got to. Was actually less related to my work. It was a lot of research, which is what we learned. I had to learn some coding.
Oh, really?
Which was really cool. So I was doing that while I was doing everything else.
Did the coding help with the climate asset map in any way? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I had to learn to code to do the map, which I had no experience in coding, but I kind of just made it work.
Cool. Where can we find this map?
It's on our website.
Okay.
Under projects, you go climate asset map. There's a little blurb about what it's about, and then you'll see the map.
Okay. So the website will still be up, like all of the work Climate Hub has done, right? It's still going to be there?
Yes,
okay.
I believe it's still going to be up. It's just not going to be updated.
Okay,
We're actually trying to find a place for this asset map because we wanted to get it up because of how much work that everyone put through. And even if it's outdated, it will still help in a sense, or people can see what happened in the past.
That's true. Okay.
But I would love for someone
to keep updating it, right? As like new opportunities pop up across campus. Yeah, that's a really good point. Is there, because the idea just came to me now, you mentioned Climate Hub started off as a club, right? So do you see there potential for it to be continued as a club if not officially funded?
I would love that to happen. I think most people will be gone after this term.
Like the core team, right? Yeah,
so
okay.
it would have to be new people who hear about this story and want to continue it.
Okay, that makes sense. In terms of collaborations that the Climate Hub and you have put on, you mentioned obviously collaborating with like faculty, right? And student groups on campus, or was it mostly faculty that you used to put together the asset map? Both, right? Yeah.
So it first started out with reaching out to profs and different faculties and groups. And then I sent out a media post asking student groups to be a part of it too. And I met with people like Roots on the Roof, ENVA, Common Energy. Yeah, so it was pretty cool.
What would you say is the importance of collaborations and like the importance of kind of like every group is doing their own thing, but every now and then it's also good to like come together?
I think that UBC, although it's big and people say that like you just see someone walking by and be like, oh, like I know that person. But with clubs and stuff, I find it more difficult for people to actually know about each other and stay updated on what they're doing.
As the club changes, as leadership changes as well, right? Yeah.
There's not a lot of collaboration. I mean, I have seen more in the past year.
I think especially this year or like the last 2 years, I've noticed in my work through Common Energy as well, people are really pushing for the collaborations. That's very true.
Which is really great to see. Before it wasn't like that. Everyone just kind of stayed in their own
body, right? Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so I feel like this also kind of pushed it because I was letting other groups know and helping connect different groups together. Yeah.
It's cool. Okay, we're nearing kind of the end of the episode, but I have two big questions. In terms of just general, because we touched on this a little bit before, right? Since the Climate Hub is closing, I guess we can't be like, hey, audience, go join the Climate Hub, right? Yeah. But you recommend they just like see what else is out there in terms of extracurricular wise, what's happening, sustainability related on campus. But in terms of just general work that needs to be done, right? To like advance the fight for climate change. What do you think is the most important?
Stay hopeful and even the smallest thing help. Yeah. Whether it's recycling, composting, taking the bus more often. Small things like that does help. And as you kind of accumulate all the small things, it does make a big impact. And so then you just work yourself up to something bigger. Like for me, I haven't done anything like this before, but I think this is a great way to share my story and try and get more people into
like advocating for climate change. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I like how you mentioned how you grew up, your grandma always taught you about the importance of recycling and composting, but then did you ever imagine that you would be working in the field of sustainability when you were older?
No, I thought that was like little hobby.
That's good. So it's like you came kind of like full circle, right? Yeah. Do you plan to continue in this field of work?
Yeah. Yes, I do. There's this program that I want to do with UN University. It's a Sustainability Master's.
Cool.
And so I think that would be pretty cool.
That's your next step, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And if you could summarize the work that the Climate Hub has done the last few years in 1 to 2 words, what would it be?
Community focused.
It's a big question. Yeah. Community focus is a good place to start. Anything else?
There's so many words. This is so difficult. I know on our map that we had picked 3 words. Community was one of them.
Community. Student-led. Yeah.
So I think those 2 are...
Student-led and community, yeah. I think that's a good way to summarize it. And also gives a spotlight on the Climate Hub story, how it started off as a club, but then developed into something else. And guys, honestly, maybe it will become funded again in the future, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. Thank you so much, Maya, for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and until next time, I'll see you on the next episode of Campus Greenprint. I'm still working on my outro. I'm like, I don't know how to do it.